All right, being 6:03, I will call the June 3rd, 2019 Board of Selectmen meeting to order. And first on the agenda, is there any public discussion? Hearing none, we'll move on. First item will be the Memorandum of Agreement with Town Employee Union Local 1144 Luna Clerical Library Bargaining Unit. And before I go any further, because I forgot, I will say it now. Is there anyone recording the meeting? Other than free cam, is there anyone recording?
Can I make a request, Mr. Chairman? Please speak up so everybody in the room can hear.
Well, maybe you can come down here. No, okay, well, I'll try to do as best I can, Mark, but I'm not gonna scream, okay? I'm not gonna be the fool. Okay, the agreement's before us, George, I'll let you get in there. And it's to, add the position principal clerk,
Add the position?
yes, to the union contract.
Okay,
You can turn on that microphone, it might be a little easier for me to hear.
This one here?
Yep, it's at the very top.
Okay.
Nope.
This one here? Nope. Let's see.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's the agenda. June 3rd, okay, all right.
So do I have a motion to accept the, or to agree to the memorandum,
Which memorandum are you talking about?
principal clerk?
Oh. I have that.
Would you like this paper copy instead?
Yeah.
No,
He has
actually,
paper.
oh, all right. Okay. Now, what does that really mean, Charlie?
What we're doing is we're adding this position to the schedule of positions within the union contract.
Okay, this is not a hire, per se,
No, it's a
It's a new position.
It's a new position.
because you need a motion?
Yes.
Okay, motion to accept?
Motion made, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Second item is the memorandum between the Public Employee Union, Local 1144 Luna Highway Union, and the town. And this is in relation to the clothing allowance within the contract. What this agreement is agreement between the town to change the language in the contract as it related to clothing allowance, and to allow for a different contract with a clothing placement company. So what's happening is we're basically agreeing to the language here.
I have a question.
Changing that.
Charlie.
Yes.
When was this negotiated?
This was actually a byproduct of the union contract. We knew that was gonna be a little difficult, so we settled the basic contract back, I wanna say, in October, and we decided that we would negotiate further on the clothing allowance because we had some moving parts to the clothing
When
allowance.
did all this take place?
In February.
Okay, all right, that's what I needed to know. Okay, so you want a motion on this?
Yes.
Motion to accept?
Motion made to accept the agreement. I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item is going to be the South Coast Rail Easement license.
Charlie, you skipped number 3.
Did I skip number 3? Okay, pardon me. Is that the, okay.
It's the actual
Yeah,
agreement for the.
okay.
union.
Number 3 is the actual Unit 1 contract.
Exhibit
That's part of it, yes.
Yes.
Yep, that's first page.
And basically, this is replacing the contract that is presently presently active, which expires the end of the month. This is a new contract. It is actually less. The cost is actually less than what we're paying now, and it is a shorter period of time. As you see, it's 3 years instead of 5
You okay
years.
with it, Charlie?
Yes.
Okay, make a motion to accept?
Before you approve that, can I just ask a question? Because I've seen a lot of these UniFirst contracts before. Just want to make sure on the contract, because I haven't actually seen it, is there any provision that has an automatic rollover?
No,
It's just strict 3 years?
strictly 3 years.
Thank you. I've
Yes.
seen a number of them that have constant
Right.
rollover, and towns have fallen into trouble when they try to get out of them, and UniFirst has said, no, we've already renewed it, and you can't terminate it.
Can I ask a question here, Charlie?
Yes.
Does our legal department review these contracts?
Generally, they didn't, I don't
We
know.
don't see all of them.
We don't see, they don't see it. It's a basic purchase contract, where we would refer to the legal counsel for any labor agreement, such as the agreements that we have passed, and most larger contracts, actually.
I thought we had sent that one off, though.
I don't recall seeing UniFirst.
Okay. All right.
Unless it was modified in that fashion.
Right.
You know, I can take a look at it right now.
Yeah, why don't you
Yeah.
do that, just
Yeah.
communications?
Yes.
Just for better or for worse, we've had problems with these
Because
kinds of contracts in
understand.
the past. Usually it's with respect to renewals.
Would you want us to put it off, Mark, while you're ready?
Yeah, see, I'm concerned about this. It says, this agreement will be renewed automatically and continuously for multiple successive, and I see it says 36-month periods, until customer or UniFirst gives written notice of non-renewal to the other at least 90 days prior to the next expiration date.
So it is a 3-year
It-
contract.
It's not a 3-year contract. It has an automatic renewal.
But if we give note, if we put it in tickler.
Right, but you have,
90
you're
days prior
limited,
to.
you're limited to a 3-year period. That's total 3 years. This can be a 30-year contract because you never give them notice. So that's the concern
Well,
I
that's,
have.
well, we'd have to calendar and make sure 90 days prior to.
But that's not a 3-year
Well,
contract.
we can, well, what I
No,
would
I-
suggest is we put this off
Yes.
at least a week. We contact.
Yeah, if you.
We have another meeting next Monday. So
Yeah, send me the contract tomorrow. We can talk about it. I'd prefer to look at it.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay.
Well, the next item on the agenda is the potential license for South Coast Rail Easement.
I never heard back from Ms. Fox, and she is not present, so I think we should skip over for a week.
Okay, I would ask you this, Mark, we've had a request from South Coast Rail to have an easement across a cemetery property. And my question would be this: would we be able to have someone sign for the board? Because I know what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is they're gonna come and say, oh, we need you to sign now, and we're not gonna have a meeting after next Monday for 3 weeks.
Well, if I hear what's happening, Tim, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You're talking now about a license as opposed to an easement. Correct.
Right.
Yes, it's a license, it's a licensing.
Right,
agreement.
license is very different. The board can authorize one member to sign
Okay,
licenses.
all right. Okay, could we authorize the town administrator to sign
Yes.
first? Okay, all right. I would
Hello?
make that,
Yes.
motion that we authorize town administrator to, when the licenses finally come to a settlement, that we allow him to sign, along with the cemetery commission. The cemetery commission actually has the authority.
Yes.
Right,
of-
licensing authority.
Right, it's gonna
Power
be
of
us.
the board of selectmen, but the cemetery commission has care, custody, and control of that property,
Right,
so
yeah.
that would make sense.
Okay. Is that agreeable?
Yeah.
Okay. Motion made, it's been seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll have, Town Administrator David Dimash sign for us, and I believe the Cemetery Commission is also gonna have to sign.
Would that almost be worth holding off until Monday on, only because we haven't actually seen a copy of the licensing agreement that was in their legal department. It was my understanding that we were just gonna pass over because we didn't have the actual agreement.
Do you want?
I would
You would-
prefer that,
okay.
only to make sure that
All
we're
right.
on the right track in terms of having
Okay.
council
No,
approve it prior to.
All right. Okay,
Sorry about that.
no problem.
Well, Ms. Fox is not here, it sounds
Yeah.
like that probably.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and she was having not having trouble, but she was trying to work it through their legal department, and
Yeah.
they have a huge legal department, and it
Yeah.
was supposed to be actually done 2 weeks ago.
They're more difficult than we are.
Yes. Okay. The next item would be a transfer from the reserve fund, so we would be forwarding the request for transfer to the reserve fund for $35,000 for legal expenses. So,
Motion to,
That's for anticipated bills and,
yeah, did Finance Committee
April,
sign
May,
off
June.
on this?
not yet.
Not yet, they'll
Okay.
be
They'll
getting
be-
it shortly after this meeting.
Okay, motion is made to forward it to the Finance Committee. I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Transfer number 2 is from the Registrar of Voters / Town Clerk for registrar's salaries of $64.50.
Motion to-
Forwarding, okay.
Motion to accept.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
The next is an interdepartment transfer of $180.82, which we do act on, for insurance. Is this correct, right? To be transferred from fire and police accidental to law enforcement town.
Do you know what this is all about, Charlie?
Not
The number's
exa-
kinda weird.
Not exactly, but they need $180 to be transferred. The money is in the budget. I believe, law enforcement town, do we know what, actually that is, Tim?
It's coming from a workers' comp
Right,
budget to a liability insurance.
Oh,
The
yeah.
numbers
So
are a
it's
little
in-
off because it makes the budgets whole, but not necessarily the line items.
okay. All right, so it's
Very good.
an insurance
Yes.
from one to, yes.
From
Okay.
one account to another,
Motion to
basically,
accept.
covered.
Motion made, motion is seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
The next item is a letter to Barbara Place from Tim Avery, the deacon at East Freetown Congregational Christian Church, requesting the use of the senior center's pavilion for the church barbecue on July 19th and 20th.
Do we have a recommendation from the senior center?
Well, they forwarded, it's a routine, they've been doing it for a number of years.
No,
So-
okay, but, I mean, just on a technicality, they
Okay.
should say that they approve it.
Okay.
Make a motion to accept.
All right, motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
The next is Chapter 90 project request.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What we have proposed is to buy a curving machine using Chapter 90 money for the grand sum of $8,800.
Okay.
What is that, Chuck?
Curving machine, you'll see all around town, we have berms and different things. A lot of the subdivisions in town have had berms over the years destroyed by snowplows and different things. We've had no way to replace those, so a lot of the subdivisions have kind of fallen in disrepair. So basically, with asphalt, it's basically a machine that extrudes asphalt into a form,
Oh, okay.
and we'll be able to replace the things. I've talked to the state, and yes, they will pay for it, and they are awaiting this paperwork.
All right.
Chuck, just a stupid question.
Yep.
looks like there's a handle to pull this thing by hand?
It's actually motorized.
Oh, okay.
That handle just kind of is to guide it, to steer it.
Okay,
It's one of those machines we've always wanted, but
Okay.
never been able to
Yeah,
justify
I
it.
just couldn't envision somebody pulling it.
No. It's a pretty substantial piece of machinery.
Yeah, it looks like it.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
Motion to accept.
Okay. Motion made to accept the request. Second. All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
These two different
Thank
big
you.
things. You can just sign them, and Tim will take them, and I'll get them tomorrow or whenever.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay, that's the contract. The next item is for minutes for the May 13th, 2019 meeting.
What's this environmental punch list?
That's
that
just,
part of
that's
the-
the form, yeah, that's
Okay.
part of the request forms.
All right.
That's the invoice for
Okay.
the machine,
Oh, the minutes.
yes.
Okay, yeah. Make a motion to accept.
The motion made, motion is seconded to accept the minutes of May 13, 2019. All in favor?
Aye.
There are many pages on those minutes.
It's a lot of typing, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, personnel board.
Next, town administrator report. There's no pages for that.
Which
Um,
one?
Town administrator report is next.
I don't have any report, other than I was at the Mass Municipal Managers Conference last week, and it was very fruitful in terms of meeting my colleagues and discussing a lot of the issues that many communities are facing, and just sharing information and socializing with my colleagues.
Okay, thank you. We have before us a notice of vacancy for the zoning board of appeals, senior clerk. I believe, has it been posted?
Not yet.
Not yet.
The chairman would like a authorization for Ally to post that tomorrow.
Okay, I'll accept a,
Is this a full-time position or?
no,
Oh, as needed.
yes.
Okay, motion to accept.
Motion made it and motion is seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And there will not be an executive session.
Can I bring up some
No,
new business?
that was George that just called, George Butchie.
Can we do that?
Um,
But, I would like to discuss something with you. Can't do it any other way.
Okay,
I just-
what would that be? Is it something that has come up in the since the posting, George?
Well, since posting,
Yes.
well, yeah, sort of. Talking about
Yeah.
oh, can't hear. Talking about evaluations of.
I
town
think
employees.
that might be better to be put off,
Okay,
okay?
All right.
Get it on the agenda, okay?
okay,
All right.
I'll add that for next week.
Okay.
okay.
That being the end of the agenda, I'll await a motion to adjourn.
Motion made.
No, okay, no.
Well, yeah, okay.
All in favor of motion to adjourn?
Aye.
Aye.